then I have given one of you control of the presentation, and so I'll start with an introduction. I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us tonight. I'm joined by Evan Mugford and George Curtis with Online Marketing Workshop. Together, they run a very successful internet marketing company that helps businesses and entrepreneurs market online. Their areas of specialty include website design, PHP coding, PPC management, search engine optimization, and search marketing. Some of their past and present clients include Fortune 500 companies, international businesses, and small and local businesses as well. Companies such as Orange Julius, Hickory Farms, Future Shops, and more. They've developed several software products and WordPress plugins, some of which I can't tell you about yet because they're not released to the public, but you'll be hearing about those over the next several months. But I will promise you this, if you do internet marketing, you're going to be very excited and you will want these plugins eventually. But tonight, we're here to not only tell you about a very special plugin, but to demo it as well and answer your questions about it. Evan and George, they actually gave me a private demo of this plugin about 3 weeks ago, and I totally flipped over it. So I'm very honored to have them come and share it with you tonight. And with that, Evan and George, take it away.
Great. Go ahead.
First, could you show George's screen there, Willie?
Okay, trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, it says it's George's screen.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Willie. We're very, very excited to be here, and Evan and myself are with Marketing Online Workshop. We have several other websites, and as Willie discussed, we run an online marketing company. We help businesses market online, and you know, we love doing that, but what we like doing, I think that makes us unique from a lot of other people, Willie, is that Evan and I like to listen to customers. We're actually internet marketers that are interfacing with customers all over, mostly the United States. We have some international customers, and from a wide range of, I mean, you know, people, small mom and pop companies, some Fortune 500 companies, and all in between, and we listen. And if you just listen to your customers, they come up with ideas, and lots of times they'll say something like, can you do so-and-so? And of course, our first answer is, no, we can't do that.
Right.
And then I'll go ask Evan, can we do that? But then he'll wake up in the middle of the night, hey, or you'll wake up the next morning with an idea, or I will, or somebody will. And if you listen to your customers, they'll give you all the ideas for products and services that you want, and some of the most successful companies in the world do that, and that's how we come up with stuff.
And I know just from our discussion earlier in the week that we noticed something that was missing that was a perfect plug-in, and I know that's being worked out. So I saw that in action.
Yeah. And even again, Willie had an idea, or not an idea, but maybe a little problem,
right?
And it inspired another plug-in that we're working on right now. We had to put it on the back burner. It's like we had to put it behind 3 or 4 more that we have. But if you don't have any, if you want to get online and market, and you don't have anything to market, I suggest you go out and get customers, especially if you're providing like internet marketing services, and listen to them, and they will give you all the ideas you'll ever need. But tonight here, we're here to talk about our product called the MoFB. And I had somebody tell me today on a call, and he said, that's a bad name, MoFB. Why did y'all choose that? What does that mean? Well, Mo stands for Marketing Online Workshop, and FB stands for Facebook, but we're kind of painted into a corner here. You can't go out and reserve a domain name and have the word Facebook in it or the word WordPress in it, because it'd be a trademark violation.
Right.
Their attorneys would be all over you. In fact, we tried, and we didn't get past name change.
Yeah, we didn't get very far.
Yeah, they stopped this right in their tracks. So you can't buy this. You got to call this toll-free number. And anyway, that's another story. But but we're very, very excited, aren't we, Evan, about this particular plugin, and it pretty much shows you how to run your existing WordPress installation right inside of Facebook, and you can run part of your installation, and in other words, create pages that show up in that'll show up on your site but won't show up in Facebook. You can create pages that will show up on Facebook and not show up on your website. You can just set it and forget it and do the whole thing. And the great thing about this call is we're not just going to talk and show you a couple PowerPoint slides. In fact, what you see here is the only PowerPoint slide before we talk about a special offer at the end. And I want to, because we're going to go right to the screen and we're going to demo this and we're going to take your questions, so you can actually, what we like for you to do is as you're thinking of a question, go ahead and type that question in the little chat window there, and you can type it, and that way we can be. I know we got two features here: the raise your hand feature and the type feature. And by the way, if you've never used GoToWebinar before, you can click the very top bar, double click it, and kind of maximize the screen a little bit. And you can also hit that little orange arrow and minimize it so it's not taking up your screen, a little orange arrow, and so you have more room to look. But go ahead and type your questions while you're thinking about them. We'll try to get to almost all the questions if we can at the end, and we might see a question or two in the middle, and I might interrupt Evan, or Evan might interrupt me, or Willie might interrupt and ask that question if it's pertinent to what we're doing. And I also want to tell you about a special bonus that we're doing just for the friends of Willie. So, and of course, we're not going to tell you about that, so you'll stay and listen. We're not going to tell you about that until the end of the call, but it's a special plugin that we're giving away to you just for attending the call. You don't have to join the list. You don't have to jump through any hoops. We're going to give you my favorite plugin and the tutorials that go along with it, and you can download it, use it all you want, put it on all your clients' websites or all your websites. We don't care. So you get we took the restrictions off of it, so you don't just get the plugin, you get the agency version. And we said the plugin's probably a $97 value. Well, the agency versions would be like $147 value. And so stick around to the end of the call. And Evan?
Okay, I'm just gonna. Do you want to just make me the presenter there, George? No, I got the plugin up and ready to go here.
Okay. You should have the screen.
You do.
Okay. Can you see the plugin there?
Yes, we can.
Okay, and this is the basic. After you install the plugin, this is basically what you're going to see. And I'm just going to go through some of the different features. So first, I'm just going to show you this page the way it's running right now, and that's this page right here. I'm choosing the default 2010 theme for the introduction. I put a couple of pictures in and installed the Fancy Box plugin.
For our listeners who've never installed the WordPress plugin, they're just basically dropping the file into the appropriate folder in their WordPress installation, right? And
exactly. Yeah, they just go to their plugin folder and they can just drop it in there. Or alternatively, if they go in through this section, they click plugins, they can click add new.
Okay.
And then they can just upload click upload here. And then they would just browse to the plugin and hit install.
Yep.
Good. That's simple.
Yep. And then on the default install, I installed this is another plugin that I installed just to show how these things will work inside of Facebook. And this is the Contact Form 7. So when you first install the plugin, I'll just run down through the options really quick of a few things. By default, it's going to show the last 5 pages. You can click these drop-down buttons here. So if you want to show the last 10 posts on your WordPress, on your Facebook site, you can just change this here and hit update along with pages. Or if you didn't want to have any particular, if you'd rather have a particular page or post show rather than having your last page or post show, you can just select them here.
And Evan, real quickly, let's talk about why are we given these different options? Some people run their website like a blog, and
yeah, exactly. I'll show it inside of Facebook here right now the way it's set up, and it has them pages with just the excerpts for each one. And like George was saying, some of you just want to have your blog inside of Facebook, so when you guys make a new page or post, it automatically will be added to Facebook and bump the oldest one out of the list. So this is the exact same page running in Facebook. So the home page that I showed you there before, where I click the Fancy Box plugin, this is the home page, and I can click it, and all the plugins and things like that you install in WordPress will also work inside of your Facebook page.
Hey, and can I hate to interrupt you again, Evan, but I kind of want to sell our audience on okay, now, because I'm sure at least one or two of you are thinking, well, okay, what's the big deal running my website inside of Facebook? Well, there's several big deals about it. Number one, if you are prone to do any Facebook advertising, and our company does a lot of PPC management for companies, I have to tell you, the hot thing right now is advertising on Facebook. They have really got it down as far as profiling people, because they see all your likes and what you're visiting, where you're going when you leave Facebook, all the pages and the friends and what you like, and they're taking all that profile information and they're throwing you ads up on the right hand side, and more importantly, they're throwing your potential customers ads. And you can advertise in Facebook, and if you know what you're doing, you can do really well. But here's a secret that a lot of people aren't doing. They're advertising and they're doing exactly what Facebook really doesn't want them to do. They're advertising, and people are clicking the ad, and it's taking them off or outside of Facebook. Well, Facebook is quote-unquote penalizing. They won't have business, the advertising business, but they're penalizing these companies, and these companies are paying a lot more for advertising and not even realizing it. Now, what if you wanted to run some Facebook advertising, and instead of sending them outside of Facebook, you send them to your default Facebook page, or maybe the app of Facebook that will show your website running inside of Facebook. So if you've got an e-commerce business, or you've got something to sell or something to give away that you know that's going to get customers in a funnel and get them going to buy something, you can advertise for a song by keeping that traffic inside of Facebook. And the only way to do that is, of course, to implement your site inside of Facebook. Go ahead, Evan.
Okay, I'm just going to make a quick change here just to show how easy it is to make changes. Like right now, I have it set up more like a blog, where it's showing my last so many pages and posts, and it's not showing really a home page. So what I'm going to do right quick is I'm going to disable this feature, and I'm going to decide that I want to have my home page as my home page inside of Facebook. So I'm just going to check off the home page, and if you scroll down to the bottom of the plugin, you're going to notice an area that says excerpt. And what that does is cut the page off to that many characters on per section. So right here, these are all 100 characters that I set it up to cut off at. Since I want to just show one page, I'm going to shut this off by, you'll see it right here, 0 equals no exit. So I'm going to put a 0 in there, and then I'm going to hit update on the plugin. And when I refresh Facebook, you'll notice that my new page for my home page on Facebook no longer has the blog look. It's the entire page for the home page. And you'll also notice I have some menus up here. And I'm just going to show you right quick on how to set up a menu using the plugin. If you scroll down in the plugin, you're going to notice an area that has your header in it. And this area here has my home, about us, special, and contact us. And right now they aren't linking anywhere. So I want to link these up so that they link to the appropriate pages. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my home page link, which is right down the very bottom of the page. So I'm just going to highlight this. And this is your URL for the Facebook iframe, and I'm going to copy that, and that's your home page link. So I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to right-click on the home, and I'm going to click inside the link, and then right-click, and I'm going to insert and edit that link. It's going to bring up a dialog box where I can just go to the link URL, and I can paste this in and hit update. Now, this theme I'm editing here, you might be wondering where I got this. They're all available on the workshop. There's, I believe, was it 20 or 22, George?
I know it's 25, 22 and counting. We're adding
more. There's 22 free themes in the workshop. After you buy the plugin, you have access to all these different color themes, and they're pretty much all completely different, where you're able to grab some different themes, and we'll be updating them, or you can easily build your own, which I'm going to go over in a minute. Yeah, and real quickly, just for, I'm trying to play dumb guy here, and yep. and no questions are dumb, and usually mine are, though. But okay, Evan, why? I thought this put my whole website inside of Facebook. Why do I have to build a menu if it puts my website inside of Facebook? Well, what it's doing is, what the plugin is capable of doing is pulling any content from the WordPress database into Facebook. And basically what it does is it allows you, I know people say it can't be done, but it's working, that it allows you to run two themes consecutively on one WordPress install. So basically you have your 500 pixel wide theme that runs inside of Facebook at the same time as you have your regular theme, which runs your website at the same time. So it's basically using one set of content and displaying it in two different areas with two different themes at the same time. So when you make a change to your main website, it automatically updates your Facebook page without you having to edit a second page anywhere.
Yeah, all your words, all your pictures, and any forms that you want, those can appear in Facebook, but you're not going to get an 800 pixel wide or even wider menu with a header and all that, header and menu. In Facebook, they have to scroll left or right, and it'd be real clunky, and they'd have to use a scroll bar. And so you would have to make a smaller theme. And again, we provide the theme for that, or you could have a Photoshop designer do that. But that makes, by doing this, you're able to use all the content. You create your theme one time and you're done with it, versus if you're having to do content all the time. Every time you create a page, if you're trying to do this with two separate installs, it would be a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in and show some screenshots of some of the themes that they'll receive with the plugin. And this is the Marketing Online Workshop where you'll get access to the plugin. And in here, there's the first theme pack that we released that you could click on, and you can download any of these themes. And there's some screenshots here, some different ones.
We even did a two-column theme there.
Yep. And that's the one I'm using right now. And all of these themes, the themes that we're providing, we also included the PSD files. And anybody that's not familiar with a PSD file, what that is a Photoshop file, which basically you can open up, and if you want to change company name to your name, you can open that file up and click in where it says company name there and just type in your own name. And we have 6 examples there, but there's 22 in that pack that you can download. And we will be releasing more that you'll get for free. That'll be in the back end of the workshop. So back to doing the menu, this section here is for getting the links for each of the pages. So I want to do an About Us, a Specials, and a Contact Us. So I've already created them pages in WordPress. So I'm going to click on them 3 pages, and I'm going to hit the Get Links button. What that's going to do is it's going to build a link that fits inside of Facebook for each of them pages and give me the link for I can add it to my menu for Facebook. So I'm just going to grab each one of these links. So this is my About Us link. I'm going to click in About Us, right-click, Insert Edit Link, and I'm going to paste that in. And then I'm just going to repeat the process for the other 2.
And for people watching this who think, well, that's going a little fast, you guys have comprehensive tutorials on everything that they're learning anyway.
Exactly. I'm rushing through it a little bit just because I know
right.
We only have so much time yet. So once you get your links in there, you would just click Update. And now what's going to happen is your Facebook fan page, all these links are going to work. So I'm going to refresh now. And if I hit the Contact Us page, it's going to take us to the Contact Us page of our website. And it's the exact same page that is running here. So I'm just going to go and edit that page. I'll make that, actually I'll just make it bold, that's all.
So
and I'm just going to update that.
If you know how to use a WYSIWYG editor, and you know how to put pictures and images and in WordPress.
Yeah, anything you do in your regular WordPress web pages will also work. They pull the same data over to your fan page. So you'll notice that I have, in the actual page, I have a thing for the contact form, and that's the tag for Contact Form 7, and you'll notice that the plugin itself is pulling in the contact form. So it's running all them tags through the WordPress before it ever displays it on Facebook. Not sure if I updated this. I'm just going to re-update here. So if I refresh the website here, you'll notice now that the website itself says Hello Friends of Willie now, and also I'm just going to refresh and click back to the contact page on our fan page. And this is also saying Hello Friends of Willie now. So I was able to update both of them pages at the same time through the plugin. The next thing I'm going to show you there, I'll click the other links right quick there just to show you how they're working. And here's a picture that I also have the Fancy Box plugin running on. Okay, so back into the plugin. The next feature I'll show them is we just added a new feature to the application which allows you to enable a like script. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar, what that does is you notice up at the top of Facebook on every page there's a like button. Well, what this does is it allows you to make somebody like your page before they see anything else on your page, so you can display what you want and they have to like it in order to get it. So, for instance, if you want to give out a free ebook, you could have a big spiel about the ebook and tell them that if they want the ebook, hit the like button, and after they hit the like button, the content will change and it'll display the download link for the ebook. That's just one application of where you could use it. I'm just going to show you how to use that script. So I'm just going to hit Enable Like Script here. And I already made a quick little picture that I'm going to stick in there, and I'm going to show you another feature of the plugin. It's called Upload Files. So what I want to do is I want to upload an image to that page. So I clicked Upload Files, and I'm going to go down to the Upload Files section and click Choose File. And I've got a file here called Red Lake First, and I'm going to hit Upload. And this is going to give me this green success block, and you'll notice it also gave me a link. And this is the direct link to the image, so I'm just going to highlight this and go back into the plugin. So now that I have that link and I've enabled the like script, you'll notice that I have this new block that appeared, and it's your content that will show if you haven't liked the page yet. So I'm going to click in there, and I'm going to add this image that I just uploaded by clicking the Image Upload button and just pasting the URL, and then hitting Insert. So that just added a picture, and I'm going to hit Update on this.
That could have just been words or maybe...
It could, yeah, anything. It's just a WYSIWYG editor there, so you can put a bunch of words there, or a bunch of pictures, or you could have a 10-foot long page if you wanted to in that block.
Oh, Evan, tell them, what's the youngest age of someone who's successfully installed this plugin?
7. My little one was able to install the plugin and use it.
So we have really good tutorials, and it's pretty intuitive.
So you notice by making that change, it's displaying the image that I just uploaded there, and it's saying that if you want to see more to like the page. So if I go up here and I click like, it's going to refresh after my computer picks up here, and then it's going to show the content. So if, for instance, I could have had a big picture there of telling about an ebook or a plugin or anything that I want to give away in order to increase my likes on Facebook, and the only way to get it is to hit the like button, and then you can have that content hidden until after they hit the like button.
Do you mind showing them how our site, how we're doing the like? Or are we...
Okay. Here's the Marketing Online Workshop. Now I'm going to have to unlike, I think, George.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's refresh.
And we did this one for demonstration purposes too, that it displays the Marketing Online Workshop. And what this is just an animated GIF image that I made in Photoshop, and I got the little arrow movement here to tell them to like it. And then once you hit like, it'll display the content of the page.
And for those who don't know a whole lot about Photoshop or anything, about $5 you can have somebody online make you a $5 or less, make you something like that.
Oh, easily. Yeah, and also inside the workshop we do training on all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, show you how to do it.
Is there any questions from anybody so far there?
Let me check. Not yet.
Okay. Now, another feature here is how will links work. And now this is more apt for if you're using the blog feature, because you'll notice that just got to get back to the demo page here. Okay, I'm just going to limit the content on that page by changing the excerpt. Actually, I'll say about 500. Okay, you'll notice that it added a read more button because of the fact that all the content isn't being showed anymore. Now, what that is doing is basically this read more button is going to either, when I click it, it's going to read more inside of Facebook, or I have the option to open a new tab or the option to take over the tab. So I'm just going to show you how that would work. So right now I have it so links stay on Facebook. So if I hit the read more button, it goes to another page within the Facebook system. Now, if you want to have all say your last 10 posts listed with the excerpt and then a read more button, and if they hit the read more button, they're taken to your website, you can just change this here. So I'll change it so it opens in a new window, and I'll hit update here.
And you may want to test this as well and to see what you think the
Well,
response
better
is.
conversions, yeah.
Yep.
So now that I've refreshed, and if I hit the button, you'll notice it opens a new tab and brings me to the website with the whole post that's there.
It's one extreme is kind of open up, just taking over the whole window period, and they're off of Facebook. They're at your site, and if you're a hardcore marketer, you love that. And
yeah, and that's an option here too. Yeah.
We just wanted to give everybody a choice, and maybe a little bit not as extreme as, okay, we're going to let them stay in Facebook, but we're going to open up a new tab. And so you could choose that, or maybe you just want to keep them inside of Facebook. So
yeah, if I click now, it's going to take over this tab. Instead of opening a new one, it's going to take over the Facebook tab. So it takes the user out of Facebook and onto your blog.
My first question was, well, Facebook won't like that, but really they don't have a choice if they're going to enable iframes. That's how it is, right?
Yep.
You said they can detect, though, when a user clicks a link and goes off of Facebook, and that's when they charge more for the ads, you said?
Well, that's a good question, Willie. Once they get to your page, we're past the ad process. So when you're setting up an ad campaign inside of Facebook, you're going to put a URL that when they click that ad that you want them to go to.
Yeah, so these images over here, if you click this picture, the link that this picture points to is considered your ad. So once they click that and get to your fan page, you can take them from your fan page to your website for free.
And we've had a couple people join the call since we started, so I just want to go over this one more time. One advantage of having, what if you had why should you have your WordPress site inside of Facebook? I mean, what good is that? Somebody might ask. And one angle is from an advertising standpoint. If you're going to ever be doing Facebook advertising, you actually pay a lot more for ads when you send them outside of the site versus leaving them inside of Facebook. Facebook does not want that traffic to leave. Now, they want the advertising dollars. They'll let you send the traffic outside, but they're going to charge you more, so you can get them to your site inside of Facebook, and then maybe use those options that we just showed you to get them out later if you want. It'll be your choice. And also for the people who just joined us recently, don't forget, if you stick around to the end of the call, we have a special bonus for everybody that you're going to get absolutely for free for just being on this call.
Okay,
but if you're using like your page for like list building or something, you don't necessarily have to pull them off Facebook. Though you can let them fill in a form right there on the page and stay there, right? And the form data would still go where it needs to go.
Yeah, well, like for instance, I'll just show you here on the contact page. I have a form installed. It's contact form 7, and now I can fill this out here. And when I hit send, it's going to send the email. And your message was successfully sent, thanks. So that email just sent off technically through the WordPress system, but on Facebook.
Yep.
And that could be an Aweber form. It could be anything you want, right? And you can embed it right in a page on Facebook and have them be able to fill out the form on Facebook and capture the information that way too.
And that doesn't stop with just contact forms. I mean, what about popovers, Evan?
Yeah, like say like you can code a popover through a fancy box or something like that, and have that pop up over the top of your Facebook fan page, similar to the way this is popping up here.
Yeah, a lot of you have exit pops or timed pops that pop up, or those are working as well.
We have that coded into the system where at the bottom of the plugin, there's a section here. If you want to execute particular code between the head tags, and anybody that's familiar with the pop-ups and they're doing the coding by hand, this section here you would include your JavaScripts or anything along them lines that you want to happen between the head tags, and it'll execute on your fan page.
That's you know, I'm not a big coder, but that's as simple as cutting and pasting the code that they give you when you on the whatever you bought or your developer gave you, and if you can cut and paste, you just paste it in there and then click update, and voila, you've got your light box or whatever you have. You have your popover opening up on your Facebook page. And hey, Evan, go ahead.
Another thing we added in the plugin was a spot that you can put your Google Analytics code, so you can add your code in here, and that way you can track your fan page through Google Analytics, and you can see where people are browsing around and how people are hitting your page, how people are hitting your fan page.
Exactly. You just take your Google Analytics, and you say, well, wait a second. For those of you who are familiar with Google Analytics, you know that Google Analytics will not let you, when you set up an account, let's just say you're abc.com, and you try to put that code anywhere except for abc.com, it's not going to work because you set up that particular profile under abc.com. Well, in the code that they give you to paste into your, maybe your header or right before the closing head tag, it has to be on your website for it to work. Well, what this plugin really does, it replicates a page in the back end of your WordPress that Facebook is pulling from, and
so the URL for your fan page is technically the same URL as your website.
And that's how that works. So I kind of wanted to explain that for those of you who might be wondering.
And you do have one question, George, and Jim Berry's asking if Facebook requires you to purchase ad space, or if it uses this to become a regular fan page. I'm not sure I fully understand this question, but can you
say that one more time? Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
One of the questions we're getting, Jim is asking, does Facebook require the purchase of ad space to use this feature? I guess where you're clicking on a Facebook ad to pull the person into your fan page.
Well, you don't have to buy. You're not required to use a plugin to install the app in Facebook and use this. You don't have to buy any ads in Facebook. This was only for. We were just trying to use the ad feature as one of the many advantages of having your website inside of Facebook is that, hey,
if you decide to buy ads, that they would be cheaper to do it this way.
Because you get to send them straight to your Facebook page and not outside of Facebook. And again, Facebook has a vested interest of keeping you inside of Facebook so they can control and hopefully get more clicks from you and charge their advertisers more.
Yeah, to set up a fan page like this inside of Facebook system is free. We give you a guide with the plugin that shows you exactly how to do it. It's a pretty straightforward copy and paste where you see you have a code that you have to paste into the plugin and a URL that you paste into Facebook pretty much, and a couple of different pages that you have to set up when you're doing it. But there's a video that guides you right through actually getting your page inside a Facebook system.
Yeah, what we did on our tutorials, by the way, is and we decided, hey, a lot of companies that sell software products, they hide their tutorials inside, and we don't have anything to hide. We want you to see how the thing works. We want you to feel comfortable about it. Maybe you won't watch the tutorials before you buy, but just knowing that they're there. We said, hey, people who haven't bought the product, at the risk of competitors seeing it, who cares? We want people to see how the thing works. And so you're able to go, and I hate tutorials that are an hour long or real complicated, and you don't know what's what. So we went to the extra trouble of creating a table of content so that you're stuck in an area and you want to skim the table of contents and say, okay, I'm stuck in this area. What do I do? And you can just click it and save time. We even did we did three or four separate tutorials. We even did, for those of you who are very technical, we did the famous 2-minute install.
Yep.
Yeah. If you really know what you're doing, you can have this thing installed and running in less than 2 minutes. And we proved it with that 2-minute install tutorial.
And I'm just going to go to the workshop there just to show people how to install a theme. After you download a theme, how you actually install it. It's going to change the look and feel of the page here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go in and download the theme pack.
And we've had, while you're doing that, Evan, we've had a couple more callers join late, and for the benefit of those who join late, stick around to the end of the call, and we have a free plug-in that's at least a $97 value. You can't get it on the internet, and we're going to give it to you for free at the end of this call. And we're not even going to give you that plug-in. We're going to give you the agency version that you can have on all your sites. And it's personally my favorite plug-in because I use it.
So I'm just going to install a quick theme here that I don't know if this one has any menus in it, but it's a quick and easy one just to show you how to do this. After you download the theme pack and have the plugin installed, you would just go to Upload Mo Theme. And in this section, you're just going to browse to the theme that you downloaded and hit OK. You're going to keep the file zipped, so you're going to have just the theme itself that's zipped, and hit Install. My internet's running really slow though.
While we're waiting, let me say this. We have really, we didn't just come out with this plugin in 2 days, and a lot of people do that and come up with an idea. We tested it, we tried it, we got feedback, we listened, we introduced it in another place, just as a trial version, and let some people test it and give us feedback. And we listened to not only our customers, but the people using this plugin, and I think we thought of almost everything. We've seen a couple people come out with plugins. We saw another one today, and this particular one, it required you to set up a separate, a separate app in Facebook?
A separate app, so a separate tab in this section for every page of your web
page. If you wanted 5 pages, you had to.
And not only that, the pages couldn't run in WordPress, and they're simultaneously like your home page, and then a second page that was a copy of your home page, and it would run inside of Facebook.
So if you want your customer to go from page 1 to page 2, they have to click over on the left-hand side of your menu in Facebook. It's just not going to happen. And go ahead, Evan, though.
Oh, I'm just
I can't wait to tell them about the mobile phone issue in just a second. Do you want me to go ahead and talk about that?
Now, yeah. That's no problem.
While we're waiting. The great side benefit of this plugin is, you know how big mobile phones are, and we don't even have to go down that route of how big mobility is becoming. And more people are trying to look at your website on their mobile phone, and there are applications out there. I've been on their sites within the last couple of weeks. I've seen $1,200. I've seen $677. I've seen as little as $297 for software. And pretty much that software forces you, and there's some WordPress versions out there as well, but it pretty much forces you to install your a separate theme or a separate installation of WordPress, and so you have one version of your site for your regular desktop users or laptop users, and another version for mobile phone users. And it's a lot of work. I mean, how many times are you going to go correct a spelling error and then go remember to correct it somewhere else just so the mobile phone people will be happy? And our plugin allows you to have a mobile phone version, because the Facebook version is small enough that this will work on the mobile phone. Evan, are you still having trouble with that? Getting that?
No, it's up. It's already up there on the screen.
Why don't we do this? We're going to put the mobile phone part on hold, let Evan show what he's going to show, and then right after that, Evan, you show the mobile phone part.
No, it's good there. I already uploaded the theme. It's just you see that it's got a different color scheme and all the buttons and everything are already all changed in the theme here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now I'll go into the mobile section here. And you just hit generate code, and it's going to give you code that you would paste into the header of your current theme. So you would take this block of code, and what this is going to do is tell your theme that if anybody hits the website from a browser that's a smaller browser from a mobile phone, it's going to automatically redirect them to this version of your website. So if you have a large website and it would be hard to browse around on a mobile phone, you can have them browsers redirected to the smaller version. That'll fit their phone a lot better.
So where is that script pasted?
In the head tag of your current WordPress theme.
Okay.
So you would just go into your appearance and editor, and in the header you would put it in between the head tags.
Okay.
And you can put it anywhere. You just look for the closing head tag, so this tag right here, and you would just space that out and paste that in here.
Okay. It basically detects what the browser is and that it's a mobile device, and so it shows the appropriate page.
What it does is this version of the script, there's two different versions that we have here. There's one that basically detects, I'm just going to hit the generate code button. This one detects any browser that is using a screen width that is less than 699 pixels, which is basically no computer user will be using a screen that size.
Right.
I believe 699 pixels will cover all mobile devices. And there's also another version for more advanced users that it gives a link to here. It's called Google PHP Mobile Detect. And what that version does is it detects the actual browser name. So since, like, say if somebody's on an iPhone, they're using an iPhone browser, and an Android is using an Android browser, and so on and so forth, it detects what browser the user is using, and depending on what browser they're using, they get redirected or stay.
Okay.
And you can click that there, and if you want to use this script instead, and you can go here and download the script that Google released for us. But this is definitely the easiest way of doing it, and it's just a matter of taking that block of code, and you'll notice that it automatically will fill in the proper links and sizes and stuff for you. So it's just a matter of copying that and putting it into your WordPress theme. Now, one other thing I'll cover really quickly is just the easy styles. Now, in the Facebook page, you'll notice that like say this link here is black with a yellowish, greenish color hue. And if I go into the easy styles, the page and post title settings, I have all these color settings and sizes and bold and everything right in front of me here. So if I wanted that color to be, say, blue, which wouldn't work with this theme, but just for demonstration, and the hover color to be red, I can just select these colors, scroll down and hit update. And on the Facebook page now, any of the titles will take on the new color settings that I just set up. And you can also change, like, say, your body font, your menu font, the font in the buttons. And, for instance, another setting that's in the easy styles is, you see the date that's showing on the page. If you don't want to show dates on your Facebook page, inside of the easy style section, you'll notice a date setting. So if you want to show dates for posts or pages, you can just turn these settings on and off. So if I say I don't want to show dates, and I say no there, and I hit update, now the Facebook page, when I refresh that, the date will go away and the paragraph will move up some.
Okay. And that's actually for someone who doesn't update their blog that often and doesn't want people to know that the information is old.
Yeah, exactly. That was actually a request by somebody that had a blog and they had a lot of posts, but they didn't really update it very often, so they wanted to hide the dates. So we just made it really quick and simple that they can just use the toggle there to shut dates on and off.
Yep. Hey,
Now, speaking of lazy people, there are people who use plugins and like maybe automatically post articles to their blogs once a week or once a day. That plugin could still echo this stuff on their WordPress, on their Facebook profile too, couldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, they could just go up here to the top of the plugin, and where you see the show last section. So say they want to show their last 5 posts, they could just hit yes to this, and then and update, and it would show the last 5 posts in their excerpts, and I'll link to read more on the home page.
Okay.
Hey, and also Willie and Evan, we're trying to. We've had a couple more people join us late. I do want to again mention that we're going to give away a free plugin if you stay to the end of the call. But times when you're going to want content on your website, and we've already covered this a little bit, but I thought maybe Evan could show them. There's going to be times that you want a page on your website. It does not belong inside of Facebook, and you don't want your Facebook people, because maybe you've got a 282-page website, and you want to take your 7 most important pages and put them inside of Facebook. Well, Evan, we can do that, right?
Well, all you would have to do is just not configure the plugin to show them. So in this section here, you see the new one I just added there. Well, this is a test post.
Okay.
And now the page is showing up in here. So if I want to show that one on my home page instead of, say, the home page, I can just check that off now and hit updates. And it'll show that one. But what I'll show right quick is the last post section. So I'll just set this to, say, 5 and hit updates. Do I have an excerpt set? I don't remember.
I think it's for 250 or something.
Yeah, I'll change it to 250. And I'll hit updates. So now I got it set so that I'm not showing any particular pages or posts, but I'm showing my last 5 posts.
Okay.
So now inside of Facebook, it's going to show my last 5 posts that I've posted, and you'll see that it's changed to the post I've just made. So now I'll make another quick sample post there.
And Evan, I just made that post. You just made that post on the website. I don't want it to show up on my website. Maybe I just want it to show up on Facebook and not on my website. What do I do?
You don't want it to show up on Facebook?
Now, I want it to be in Facebook, but I don't want it to be on my website. In other words, I want to create a page just for Facebook, and I don't want anybody on my website. You know, maybe I want to say, well,
just one sec. I'll show that. There's a welcome area. I'll cover that in just one sec there. I'm just going to refresh the
it's really 2 ways to do that, I guess.
Yep. And you see the latest post is up the top here now, Willie?
Right.
And I have the read more button, which right now I have set to take me to the website because I changed that setting in the plugin. Okay. Now, if you didn't want a page to show on your website, though, George, a real simple way of doing it is if you just create a page and set it so that it doesn't show in your website menu, and then select it in the plugin itself. So if I want this page to show in Facebook and not my current website, I can just have it so it's not in my menu on my WordPress site and check it off in this block, and it'll show inside of Facebook, but not inside of my website. And now the opposite, if you want a page, like say you had a page, for instance, that you had a plugin on that you didn't want people to be able to basically get access to from Facebook through your plugin, what you can do is you can protect pages so that people can't access that page on Facebook unless it actually sees they're on your website. So if I enable protection and I say I don't want anybody to be able to see this is a test post, and I check that page off, now if this post ended up inside of Facebook, it's protected now, so they won't be able to see more on Facebook. I'm just going to make it so it stays on Facebook.
So they would be able to see the teaser, but wouldn't be able to access what's protected.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And you know, every now and then there's going to be times or seasons where you say, you know what, I want to show something special for the Facebook people that's not on my website. I still want everything on my website now. I want my about page and contact us and everything else and all the inner pages and maybe some posts. But I want a special page just for Facebook. And we kind of looked at it, and that's what we decided to do with our Marketing Online Workshop Facebook page. And Evan, show them what we do with that.
Oh, with the welcome text, you mean, is it, George?
Yep.
Okay, just one second. Now, I just protected that page, so now when I go to that one, it's going to say that the file is protected and can't be accessed through Facebook, and you can change this message to be whatever you want. Now, that would be, we only really included that is because we personally run a membership site that there is content that we want protected, that we didn't want people to be able to get a backdoor to the content through the plugin. So we coded it in a way that if you want certain files to be protected from Facebook, that you can set them that no way that as long as they're on Facebook, they won't be able to access that page unless they go to your site to access the page.
Yeah, there's some very technical people who know their way around this system, and they'll go to the URL bar and they'll know what to type in that URL bar to get into other inner pages that perhaps you didn't want people to see.
Right.
So maybe you run a membership site, and let's just say you've got 200 pages of protected membership content, and you did this plugin just perfectly, and you did everything you're supposed to do, but you didn't fill out the right part. You know, we started the site without that, and we thought about that later. Somebody who really knows that's technical can go into Facebook, go into the URL bar, and type something and get to that membership page that you're making other people pay to get to. And so we thought of that feature as well. So you don't even have to worry if you've got protected content. We can protect it out of this.
So that protected content, people who can't access it, they generally are going in through some password protected area.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Now this section here is the welcome text for the Facebook plugin. I'm just going to update that there. It just says welcome Facebook users or something along those lines. And what it's going to do is it's going to put it on the top of the home page. So you see it added that content to the home page there. Now if I hit read more on any of these, that'll disappear. So if you wanted a custom home page for just Facebook, which is exactly how we did it for the Marketing Online Workshop page, that you can just put content in this welcome area. So this welcome area will only be shown on Facebook. So if you want to have, say, a completely different home page from any page on your website for your website on Facebook, you can put all that content in this block with images or whatever you want and still have the links up the top that link to your other pages, but you have a welcome page that is basically structured for your Facebook users, and it talks about the page on Facebook rather than you might want to have different wording than your actual home page, so you
Images,
can do that in
forms,
this block.
whatever. And there are going to be some people who decide, hey, I want this plugin, and I'm only going to use the welcome text. I want to be able to.
Yeah, that's actually exactly how we set up the Marketing Online Workshops fan page there.
Are you going to show them that one?
Yeah, I'll just go to the.
Hey, don't show them all the other plugins we got planned now.
No. So you see the welcome text area, we have it, and that's where it's showing our video and stuff like that, and the image. So we have our video playing here.
Now this WYSIWYG editor, they can code in raw HTML, or they can look at it the way you're looking at it, where they see what it's going to look like.
Yep. There's two different ways. They can hit the HTML button here, and it'll bring up the code this way, or if for people that just don't like the editors, like normally I'll just shut the editors off because I prefer not to use them myself. So we coded that into, so down the bottom of the page here, you can disable the WYSIWYG editor. I'll go back to the test page to do it there.
We had some I don't want to say violent arguments, but we had some arguments while we were working on this plugin, or I won't say arguments, disagreements. But the bottom line is we're trying to appease both coders. We're trying to appease people who don't know a lot about coding and they know how to do a WYSIWYG editors, and the people in between. And so there's someone I like to call them purists.
Right. Right.
They like to type code themselves. They don't need any help. They don't need Dreamweaver. You guys are covered. For those like me who need all the help we can get, we're covered. And Willie, I'm glad you asked that question, because we even thought of, Evan, why don't you scroll all the way to the bottom and show them how the very, very technically minded people, if they want to get into the
if you want to edit your style sheet for the Facebook plugin, you can just click here, and it's going to take you to the style sheet that was. Now, this is the style sheet that was uploaded when I uploaded my theme.
And
you can get in and change all the coding here if you wanted to.
And we got it nicely commented out, so even if you just enough to be dangerous, maybe somebody like me, you can go down there and say, well, okay, I understand that. I know how to do a little bit of padding and a little bit of to change the background image and all that.
Or for instance, if you want to have a different size header image, so you want to change your header image, you can go in here and find the header image. So I'll just do a search for header. And you knew that the new height for your header image was a different size. So right now our default image with the theme is 500 pixels wide and 382 pixels high. If you made an image that's 500 by 250, you could upload that image and change the image here and then just change the height.
Okay. We talked about the fact that they're basically putting their WordPress blog on Facebook. Where are they putting it? Is it the default homepage, for their Facebook profile, or is it the fan page that's off to the side?
Well, that's an option that they can select. When you edit your Facebook page, you have an option of what page you want to be your home page on your Facebook page. So if they wanted their website to be pretty much the only thing they see, you see how there's a wall and other tabs.
Right.
Now, if they wanted their website to be their home page, so if anybody hits their page, you see the home page, they have a selection where they can select that this is the page that I want new users to see.
Okay.
So I think Facebook calls it the default landing page. So you would just take this tab to be your default landing page for your fan page, and when they hit it, they'll always hit the home page of your website.
So again, I think we pretty much thought
that's the way we have it set up for our site, isn't it, George? Marketing Online Workshop.
Yep.
I believe. I'm a admin, so it's going to go to the admin section, but
yeah, that's something worth noting. If you're an admin for your Facebook, you can set your. I mean, I had a hard time understanding this, and I would call one of our coders and say, I thought we had our Facebook set up to be when we go to our Facebook, the default landing page is the website and not our wall. And they would go, well, it's set right. It's set right. Well, the problem is, if you're an admin, it's gonna always default at your wall. Is that right, Evan?
Exactly. Yep.
It's not, even though your users are gonna, you can log out and maybe log in as somebody else, and it's gonna default at the website if that's what you set. And if you're going to use this, you're going to probably want to set the default landing page to be your website. And I think what you want to do is experiment with what you're going to name those tabs, because you have an ability, when you say the wall, info, photos, you have the ability to name that tab. You might say our website, or maybe special offer, or visit us now, or something. Experiment and see what does the best. When you name that tab, you don't just have to say website.
Okay.
Evan, did you have anything else to show, or do we need to get into questions?
I think that pretty much covers the main parts of the plugin.
And again, we've got very detailed training, and we just want to make sure that everybody understands everything. We put, for those of you who joined late, we put our training. We decided, we made a decision, let's put all of our tutorials. Yes, we know competitors will look at that and see everything without buying, whatever. We wanted people who were interested in buying this product to see that we're serious about it, and that's why we put our tutorials out front so everybody could see how it worked. And of course, you've seen a lot that's in the tutorials, and the tutorials will slow down a little bit because for lack of time, we're having to speed up. So some of this might have gone over some people's heads, but when you can pause the video and go do it, it'll make a lot more sense. Now, before we get into our special offer and also tell everybody about the free plugin that you're going to get, we probably have some questions. Willie, do we have any? I don't think we can see.
Well, I just want to explain why I flipped over this thing. Is because I've got all these sites out there, and I'm trying to figure out how to get more eyeballs on my web pages. And so people are always trying to figure out how to get people to visit their website. I'm looking at the fact that Facebook is 600 million users, and they're already there every day, some of them for over hours a day. So why not at least show your website to those people who drop by your profile all the time anyway? And it actually gets you indexed a lot quicker and a lot of other things. So I think you do want your website on Facebook.
Yeah, and another big thing about that, Willie, is Facebook search. So if somebody's a lot of people are starting to use social media sites for searching for products and things of that nature. And the search function up in Facebook, when you actually type something in, Facebook has precedence for people that have pages that are inside of Facebook versus people that are outside of Facebook.
Okay.
So if I type in marketing online workshop, so I'll type in just marketing online, you'll notice that it took me right to marketing online workshop
Right.
rather than showing me a list of people that are outside of Facebook. Now, if I just typed in internet marketing, and I do a search, well, actually, it's still taking me to, I didn't know that.
Hey, well, we're optimized for that, aren't we?
I'll just type in tennis shoes. Your prime example, George.
Yeah, I love to use it when I'm doing SEO training. I use
Now, you notice it took me to somebody's fan page that is tennis shoes rather than taking me to a search. Now, what it'll do is if nobody had a fan page that matched tennis shoes, it would list paid outside actual web pages that Facebook pulls in from Bing, and it would list them the way Google lists, the same way you would see in Google or Bing a search that fits in here. But since somebody has made a fan page called tennis shoes, when somebody searches for it in Facebook, it's bringing them to the fan page rather than because the name matched.
Now, we had a very, very good question on another call that we did one time, and somebody said, well, isn't this duplicate content? I mean, I've got my website. I don't want to have duplicate content. I have it in Facebook. It's an iframe. It's not duplicate content. When Google crawls the site, Google sees it's an iframe. And I don't think Google can crawl this site anyway because it's behind
The lake script.
Yeah, or you have to log in for a lot of different things. So, but it's an iframe, and you don't have to work.
Yeah, so Google sees it's pulling it from your website.
Yep, and Evan, click the video button. I mean, we even sized everything so that we could play video right from it, so people can visit our website inside of Facebook. And notice we only have 83 likes, folks. I mean,
we haven't drove any traffic here yet.
We haven't tried really. We have clients that have thousands and thousands of friends, but it's like the shoemaker's kids that don't have any shoes. We're so busy working with our clients, we don't have enough time to work on our own site. But again, we run an offline company, and that helps people market online for some of the people who join late. And we're #1 in Google for some huge terms around SEO and around pay-per-click. But our passion is listening to our customers and coming out with products, and we love WordPress and listening to the people who buy our products. And not only do we have this Facebook plugin that we're about to show you a special offer on, we have, what, Evan, 4 or 5 more great, and Willie knows what 2 of them are.
Right.
Yeah, and there's some big ones that are going to be coming in the next, probably, I'd say month and a half. We should be able to get them finished up.
Absolutely. And
in the next couple of weeks, there'll definitely be one finished, and then once we finish that one, we'll move on to the next and just keep on pouring them out as quick as we can. And anybody that's a gold member of the workshop will get all them plugins.
Absolutely. So, Evan, are we done with the demo? And
yep.
And folks, do you have any questions? Will, I don't think we can see the questions from our login.
No.
Does anybody have anything?
I don't see them here.
I don't see any more questions.
Okay. Or maybe somebody needs to raise their hand or something. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and move to the to our offer. I think I need to change. Evan, can you make me the presenter, or Willie?
I'll make you the presenter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
A whole lot of questions. Well, maybe we did a good job, and we just answered everybody's questions while we were doing it. I would like to think that. Well, again, our plug-in, obviously we're not giving away for free, and it includes some very, very special bonuses. And first of all, special bonus #1, it's a free copy of one of our very, very favorite plugins, and that's what I like, the Mo SEO. And Mo SEO, you're seeing y'all see my screen now, Willie?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Mo SEO, now I'm passionate about SEO. I mean, I've spent, God, $50,000 plus on SEO training, and worked with some of the best SEO people in the whole country, and one-on-one with a guy who's responsible, probably the top SEO person in all of Europe that's taught me. And I love SEO, but it's so boring. And those of you who are doing SEO, it's boring, and that's why you don't do it. Well, we made a plugin that kind of makes it fun, and it allows you to set some predefined things, and I just love it. And now you can, at one glance, you can see all the pages that are optimized, and there's not really such a thing as a perfectly optimized page, but you can actually see that the work's been done. All those X's mean it hasn't been done. That's a screenshot saying, hey, this page needs work. But you get the SEO plugin when you as a special bonus when you get our product. The MoSEO is our secret tool. It helps you make sure, again, that all pages are optimized, and it works as you actually have to have the all-in-one SEO plugin, which is free, and it's an add-in to that. It kind of like makes it run on steroids. And again, it's real easy to use, and we have some great training videos on it, and you're seeing an inside screenshot of that. But it's not available. It's not even for sale yet. We debated whether or not we even wanted to put it on the market, but it's yours, and it's for free when you get a copy of our plugin. So you get that in addition to that. Now, special friends for Willie Crawford, you're going to get that just for being on this webinar. You don't have to join the list. We talked about that, and you don't have to do anything. We're going to put that plugin, and we talked about it, Willie, that we're going to get the plugin, but Evan and I decided that not only are we going to get the plugin, you can use it as many times as you want it, and we took off any type of licensing requirements, so you can use it on if you do SEO work or internet marketing work, or for your clients, you can use it on all their sites. We don't care, and so we're going to give you a special link for that plugin, and where the tutorials are at the end of this call. So you get that just for being on the call, and you don't have to join the list. Okay? So I hope that's really good. It's my favorite plugin, and when you learn how to use it, I think. In fact, today I talked to somebody, Willie, and I mean, I know for a fact that if you do blogging or article marketing, if you'll take an extra 3 minutes at the end of that post or end of that article, and you'll spend just a little bit of time with the MoSEO, because it pretty much doubles it. It pretty much cuts in half the amount of time you need for SEO. You can triple your traffic. And we know that because we've done it over and over for our clients, and we've showed them how to do it, or we do it for themselves. You write an article and let some plug-in do all the work. That's not going to work. Spend a little bit of time and do it yourself using a tool that we've used. You're going to triple your traffic because you'll have a better optimized, at least on-page optimized site. So more bonuses coming. Keep watching. We're almost done. And special bonus number 2, a free basic membership in the Marketing Online Workshop. Now, Marketing Online Workshop right now is a little baby. We didn't even think of the Marketing Online Workshop until after we had done a radio show, Evan and I, back in, was it January, Evan?
February, yeah, the end of February.
And I mean, come on, guys. Y'all could have had marketing. I said, well, we need to have a radio we need to have a shop for training people online, Marketing Online Workshop, something like that. And I said, I wonder if that's available. No way. And it was available. MarketingOnlineWorkshop.com. Amazing. So we got that site. We have lined up some great people to give content. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of Ray Edwards, the great copywriter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know some of the people he's worked with. Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. We got is it Canfield, the guy who wrote Jack Canfield for Chicken Soup for the Soul. I can go on and on. He's going to be training us on copywriting. You can get all that for free. We're going to get we've got a great conversion specialist. We've got some people showing you how to make money on eBay lined up. We're putting in content almost every day or so, new content. A free membership site where you can learn stuff for free. Marketing Online Workshop, and again, we have tutorials on SEO you see there, and these are all the different little sections that we're going to be training you on. So again, there's 2 levels of membership, basic and gold, and the basic membership is absolutely free. You will have a chance to join gold if you want, and but basically you're going to get all kinds of different training on many different subjects, and we're just going to keep coming out with stuff, because when I started in marketing online, I literally, you're talking to somebody who spent probably over $150,000 in the last 5 years on training courses, most of which did me no good. And they always left something out, and I always would get mad. I really got real mad. I tell you, and I'm getting passionate here, I got real mad when you go to the order button and you're buying, and they say, wait. And I love but wait, but I also hate but wait.
Right.
I may as well, I want to say this, but wait, if you really want this product to work good, like they held something back from you, you're about to spend $47, you're excited. If you really want it to work good, you need a $197 version. I said, wait a second, I just thought the $47 version was what I wanted, and now you're telling me if I really wanted to, I hate that. I really do. And so, and I understand marketing, and I understand the need for all that kind of stuff, and so we're kind of at a quandary, marketing versus, but we want the customer to feel good. I don't want people to go through what I went through. We want to train you, and we can do it for free in a marketing online workshop. Just give us time, and I think everybody on this call needs to join that. It's absolutely free. But again, you get all these different types of trainings, and it's stuff that you need to know. And we're a team of professionals. Marketing Online Workshop is not just one person. It's not just me and Evan. It's a whole team, and we're missing a lot of team members here. But you're seeing some of the main ones. And this guy plays Santa Claus during Christmas, by the way. He's a real good Santa Claus, and he's got a great Santa Claus voice. He'll probably call your kids for free. He loves it. Anyway, but we help people market online. We're a team of professionals, and we work with companies. Some companies we can't put up here because we have agreements where we don't disclose.
Yeah, non-disclosures.
Yeah, and we're working with some nice companies, and we help them rank real highly in the search engines and do other things with pay-per-click and design, et cetera. So what you're going to get is as part of the free basic membership, as part of if you go with the plug-in, you're going to get free training on HTML and CSS, website design, website graphics. You're going to get search engine optimization, keyword research, web analytics, pay-per-click. We're going to show you how to use your hosting company's cPanel. We're going to show you stuff like Facebook and other social media training. We're bringing in a couple experts for that. Advanced FTP tutorials. And if you don't think you need to know about FTP, and you're trying to do this on a budget, and you got another thought coming. Evan, how many times have I totally obliterated sites with FTP?
You've done some pretty bad damage with FTP a couple of times.
How many times have you woken up in the morning and the site not be working because I was tired at 2 o'clock in the morning? So,
one time I woke up in the morning, there was 80 sites that weren't working because you took the whole main directory and moved it.
I didn't know about FTP, but I'm dumb, and that's good. I finally confessed it to somebody the other day. I said, you know what? It's good that I'm dumb, because I'm like 99% of the other people, and I know how to get. They're going to tell me why we did it, and we know how to make it simple. So I'm glad that I'm dumb. I can make it simple for everybody else like me. Training on various software to make this more efficient. That's another big area. If you want to market online, you got to know how to manage your time, and you got to know how to be good on a lot of different tools. WordPress training and tutorials, and you're probably going to get some of the best WordPress training and tutorials. We don't have a lot uploaded yet on that, but you're talking to WordPress experts, and I say that unashamedly. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the truth. Training on WordPress plugins.
Actually, I had a client call me yesterday, George, about the convert your current website to WordPress in 5 minutes video I did I believe I did it on the Warrior Forum, and I got a phone call last night. A client had seen the video and wanted me to do his website after he watched the video. I was able to take a plain CSS template and put it into WordPress, and it took me about 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, people say, well, I mean, a lot of you people are out there looking at WordPress plugins when you go to looking for themes, and not WordPress plugins. You're going to like ThemeForest and all the other places, Woo Themes, looking for WordPress themes. And did you know that you could go to any HTML site that shows HTML templates and pick one of them, and in 5 minutes we can get it into WordPress? You're not limited just to WordPress themes, right, Evan?
Yeah, it's extremely easy to convert a HTML and CSS theme into WordPress.
And we don't use software to do it. Oh my God, if you use software, we've already.
Oh yeah, software makes a real mess of it.
Yeah,
You can do it by hand in under 5 minutes. I got the video on YouTube to prove it.
So you're talking to people who are going to show you how to do all that, and we're just waiting for your questions when you join the shop. Just show us how to do this, and we'll show you how to do it. So how much is the Mo Facebook plugin? You're probably asking. Well, first I want to ask you. We're talking about putting your WordPress. You're essentially putting your website onto Facebook, and here's a site that we did, and you're able to again put your build a site inside of Facebook, and doing this can be very expensive. And I don't know if you've done any internet searching, like go to Google and type in Facebook developer.
Well, to build a Facebook fan page is about $2,500 to
Yeah,
get somebody to do it.
I was about to say $23.97 is a very, very popular one that a lot of people use.
Yep.
And it can be very, very expensive. Now, if you have a designer and say, okay, because it's one thing to build it, now you got to make changes, and so you pay that $2,300, and then you pay it over and over and over, and it can be very, very expensive. So not only can you save hours and hours of time, but you can attract more clients now because you have a professional-looking Facebook fan page, and we know the value of your time. If you can do this, you'll be able to finally implement all your ideas online. We're trying to help you save time, and all the value of that is priceless. But the Mo Facebook plugin pretty much takes your existing website and it puts it inside of Facebook, taking all that existing content so you can run both on one application. Now, again, you're going to get special bonus number one, free copy of my favorite plugin. That's the Mo SEO, and again, it's our secret tool that helps you get everything optimized, if there is such a thing, and it pretty much makes the all-in-one SEO plugin run on steroids. It's not available in stores or anything like that, or on the internet. It's yours for free when you get a copy of the Mo Facebook WordPress plugin. Now, again, special bonus number two is the basic membership in the Marketing Online Workshop. All members are going to get all the training that we talked about earlier. I'm not going to read all this again for you for sake of time, but we have professionals that are coming on board on some of these areas to help us train, and of course we've got a lot of training capability inside of our, because we help customers do this all the time on a full-time basis. Now, the great news, you're going to get all of this and more. It's only $97 for the plug-in, and you're going to be able to take your existing WordPress content, put it inside of Facebook. But we want to make this very, very easy for you. We're going to give you the agency version of the Mo Facebook, and the agency means you get to install this on an unlimited number of sites. Now, the regular version, you have I forgot how many.
5.
Okay, 5. But many of you have many sites, and you're going to want to install it on your sites, or maybe an unlimited number of sites. Now,
your client sites.
Yeah.
Your neighbor's site.
And some of you don't have any clients. But what if you were? I mean, I'm telling you, I could go out tomorrow, and I know how door-to-door is. I've done it. I've been a door-to-door salesperson. I was for 10 years in business, and also in insurance and things like that years ago. But I did it, and I know that that's not easy. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you and be like some of the people that talk about online business marketing, how easy it is when they've never. People out there selling courses and they've never graced the doors of a business. It kind of makes me want to throw up because it's hard. But I can tell you, with the power of Facebook, how big that is, and businesses with that are that everybody knows about social media. I could literally go out and I could probably get, if I just worked like 3 hours a day, I could do enough contacting. I could get somebody to listen to me and tell them, hey, I can put your website, not only can I redo your website, I can put it on Facebook just like it is. And a lot of you know a lot about WordPress, and you can do this, or you can sub it out and pay somebody $50 and charge a client $497 or $997. I'm telling you, you can do it, and you can start your own business and do this. people will pay you a lot of money. You can make a lot of money by doing this as a consultant, a Facebook consultant. Again, you can charge clients hundreds of dollars for doing this. There's probably about 3 or 4 competitors of our product out there on the market. Evan and I looked at a new one today. Evan, I mean, there's nothing close. Is there?
None of them even come close. No.
Not even close. Not even close. And we're here. We're going to help you. And you can build up an ongoing stream. And this is a lead-in. You could do this as a lead-in, and now you're in the door, and you can get other business as well. You can help them with their Twitter and with their websites, et cetera. So you can make a lot of money. That's $147 value because we're giving you the agency version, and you're going to get that for $97. Now, the next step, now, there's not a button yet. I'm going to send you to a button, but you're going to set up your profile and get started, and start with the agency version of the Mo Facebook, and get ready to make your Facebook page stand out from the rest. But you don't want your competitors to beat you, and people are going to be doing this all over the place. Get your copy now. Now, the words I hate sometimes, but wait. But wait. For everyone who purchases now, they get to take advantage of a free webinar just for the friends of Willie Crawford. Now, guys, and I'm not trying to be sexist. I don't mean the guys. Everybody, we are doing other webinars, and Willie's special. And I know that a lot of people trust Willie, and in fact, I was in the audience one time when they introduced Willie, and he's known as the most honest guy on the internet. Is that right, Willie? What do they call you? The most honest
guy on the internet.
Most trusted guy.
Most trusted guy on the internet. So trust me when I'm saying we're not doing this for anybody else. Okay, we don't have enough time. We're booked. But just for Willie, for the friends of Willie, use the plug-in, ask us questions. We will help you, and we're going to do a free webinar just for you people. Now, what we'll do...
Anybody that has any problem, we're basically going to hold your hand in setting up the plug-in on your own sites.
Absolutely. And we can't, again, we don't have the resources to do that for everybody. We just can't. But we're going to do it for Willie's list, and your friends are Willie, and we're going to, and then we want the questions to start immediately. We're going to answer you, but then we're going to do a special webinar. You'll get a link. If you can't attend it live, you can at least ask your question. We'll cover it. We'll cover every single question, and then we are going to put that recording online and get it to you in case you couldn't be there live, because some of you work, and you're going to be able to access that and see your question answered. So we're doing that for everybody who purchases now. The place to go get that is mofb.com. You don't have to capitalize MoFB, but MOW for Marketing Online Workshop, FB.com. Now, for those of you who waited for who say, I'm not interested right now, but I want my free plug-in, again, you're going to need to go to marketingonlineworkshop.com/Willie to get that plug-in, and you don't have to join the list. You don't have to do anything except download it. Please don't share it with your friends. That wouldn't be ethical. It's just for friends of Willie, and we're going to probably take this down at the end of a certain time. And so it's, again, marketingonlineworkshop.com/Willie. But hopefully for those of you who want to get this plug-in, it's mofb.com. And we really, really appreciate y'all staying on the call. We look forward to helping you successfully marketing your business online with MoFB and with Marketing Online Workshop. And Evan, do you have anything to say at the end?
No, that's everything, George. You did a great job there.
I thought so too. Yeah, I look at this and I see myself going to my local Chamber of Commerce meeting or my local Glacier Kennedy Insider Circle meeting where you stand up and introduce yourself, and I say to all these business owners, I can put you in front of 600 million people on Facebook, put your entire site there for like, $1,000 or whatever. Talk to me afterwards, and I'll have it done by tomorrow. And they'll show themselves. I can see that happening because I go to these meetings all the time, and these business owners know that there's millions of potential customers on Facebook, and for you to be able to just put their website on Facebook is incredibly powerful. They'd be crazy not to take advantage of an offer like that.
You know what?
Actually, I had a new client contact me about 3 days ago that needed their website put inside of Facebook, and they were contacting me to build them a Facebook fan page, and they didn't even know that about the plugin, let alone that I was one of the people that helped build it. And I was able to take their website and put it into Facebook in about a little less than an hour. I was able to install it, configure it, and design them a custom theme that matched their website perfectly.
And,
Wow.
and you know what, Willie? Well, you know what I would do?
What's that,
I
Joe?
would I'd go to VWorker, used to be Rent-A-Coder. I'd go to VWorker. I would find me somebody. I'd get them a copy of this plugin, and I'd hire them and say, look, I'll pay you. I'd set up a bid and see what I would get, but I'd probably pay $25
Yeah.
to get it done, and I'd go out and I'd just spend my time marketing, and because all you really need is somebody who's a little technical and knows something about design, and they can make. And of course, you don't have to know anything about design to get this plugin installed, but if you really wanted to make that client totally happy, you maybe go a little bit extra. But you're going to charge them somewhere between $500 to $2,000. Again, the average out there, not the average, but some of the greater ones out there charge $2,397 for to design a
Just
custom,
one fan page, yeah.
just one fan page. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So we basically handed the people who grab this plug-in a business in a box if they want it.
exactly.
Well, they can take this plugin and let's just say that they only get $500 for the fan page, so they're going to get a 500% return on their investment just by making one sale. Not to mention the fact that they'll be able to put their own page inside of Facebook at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, which is what I encourage everyone on the call to do. I mean, if you're not on Facebook and you're not using Facebook and sending all these people you chit chat with over to look at what you do for a business, you're missing out on. That gets rid of that guilty feeling about hanging out on Facebook all day.
Yeah, my mother and my wife and a bunch of other people in the family, they all seem to love Facebook, and they're all on their farming. And I told my mother for Christmas I'm going to buy her a cow so she can go out in the backyard, so all the farming she's putting in, we'll get some milk out of the deal.
Right. I don't see any questions coming in, though, so if you want to, we could go ahead and wrap it up. But I do highly encourage people to go over to MOWFB.com and grab this plugin. Your competitors are going to be grabbing it soon, so you want to beat them to the punch. And I like that SEO plugin too, which means all your posts are going to be highly optimized with the search engines. You're going to rank a lot higher for your keywords, and you're going to do really well there too. You guys were saying you noticed more than doubling traffic after starting to use that plugin on some sites, right?
Yeah, actually, if you know what you're doing, you can triple your traffic on your average post if you take the time to optimize. And this just makes it easier to optimize.
Right.
It just puts everything on one screen, and you can quickly see what is already optimized and what has to be done.
Sounds good. And I still don't see any questions coming in. Do you guys see any?
Willie, we really appreciate you having us on this call. And again, don't forget the special webinar that we're going to do for everybody who buys this plugin. And again, we'll hold your hand. We're going to help you, and we'll answer every single question, whether you can or cannot be on the webinar. And we'll post that webinar somewhere for everyone.
Actually,